Hello guys, my name is Akshay Deshmukh. I belong to Pune, Maharashtra. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a 4 years of experience in the automotive industry.
Okay.
Currently, I'm working in Force Motors Limited as an electrical design engineer.
Okay.
And my key project is Force Vehicle Armenia,
Okay.
and wherein I work in wiring harness design in a CATIA software.
Okay.
And other than that, I have working on circuit design as well, which
Okay.
is must for an electrical design engineer.
Chalo. So looking based on your background was mechanical engineer, right, Akshay?
Yeah, mechanical engineer.
So this was your first company or is it second company, current Force
Yeah.
Motor Limited?
Yeah, Force is my second company. My first company was C-Train Engineering Private Limited,
Okay.
which is Pune-based company.
Okay.
And I enrolled in the C-Train Engineering through Skill-Lync.
Okay.
I joined Skill-Lync back in 2021. That time, due to COVID, I lost my job.
Oh. Okay.
So my friend suggested me about Skill-Lync. So I opted for a master's in automotive engineering in CATIA V5 software. I completed 3 to 4 modules in 4 months.
Okay.
And I got placement through Skill-Lync in software engineering.
Sure.
I worked in EV buses over there.
EV. So okay, let do one thing, Akshay. Since first company was C-Train, through Skill-Lync you got into this C-Train. So let's focus on how was C-Train interview experience. So how many rounds were there? How many rounds were there, and what are the questions you got from the panelists? How did you respond to them, and how these Skill-Lync projects were beneficial during the technical round? We'll look into that. So how many rounds were there, Akshay, for the C-Train company?
Yeah. So I still remember there were 4 rounds. 2 of them were technical rounds, and after that it was the tool test on CATIA software, and the last one was the interview with the manager itself of the company.
Okay.
So starting with my first technical interview, it was basic interview related to my BE project. They asked me about my BE project and basic things about the song, strength of materials, sharing shear stress diagram, then property of material, stress strain graph for fluid, ductile and brittle material. So basically they were checking with my basic knowledge about mechanical engineering. Yeah, and then they asked me a few questions related to electrical engineering as well, because C-Train is basically a third-party company which works for JBM company, which established in Faridabad. Okay. So JBM is the company which has delivered like EV buses in short duration. They are twist projects. Okay. So they need a guy who had a mechanical experience as well as electrical experience. Okay. So with the God's grace, I passed technical interview on the first day itself. Yep. And they told me like on the same day I'll be having my second technical interview. Okay. Which was code on the software. So that time Skill-Lync really helped me. Okay. Because what is the best thing about doing Skill-Lync project is that Skill-Lync makes sure that even if you are lethargic, they'll make sure you need to do all your projects by time. They'll rate you. If you get less marks, then you'll feel bad from inside itself that I am getting 40 marks out of 50 where I went wrong. Thorough technical support. Okay. So the difference between an individual having CATIA software knowledge and the Skill-Lync person is that the tree structure, the short duration, which is very influential and which is very useful being a design engineer, which has been for a freshest candidate who's passing on Skill-Lync. So their tree structure is quite refined, and it really helps you when someone experienced person is analyzing your software, whatever you have done in your tool test. So that is quite helpful. So
sorry to interrupt you. What I'm understanding is the curriculum of Skill-Lync is according to the industrialistic curriculum. So instead of stuffing everything into a curriculum, what is required according to the industrial perspective, they have calculated their curriculum.
Yeah, summarizing it, it will not give you immense knowledge. It will give you knowledge which is required in industry for a freshers, which is very required. Because if you'll punch it all the knowledges to a fresher candidate, you'll get puzzled everywhere.
Okay.
So talking about myself, that day there were a few questions related to plastic design. So my course was in Skill-Lync Automotive, which covered 6 modules. I'll mention them. Plastic designing, then there was sheet metal designing, and there was wiring harness design, and there was lightning design. There was seating design as well. So basically, they were looking for a guy who had a plastic design knowledge as well, and even a wiring harness design. So wiring harness design is a software which is pretty much required for the EV industries, because everywhere, each and every automotive supplier is heading towards EV. Recently, Tata launched Cover, which is EV. So wiring harness design software is must for EV candidate. So they asked me a few questions like what is plastic molding processes, and other than that, what is the failures of plastics are there, and if I can encapsulate, they asked me about the what are the conditions we need to check for wiring harness design. What are the surrounding you need to check. Other than that, what are the grommet design, how clips should be positioned, what are stud clips, what are body clips. So all things which were covered in Skill-Lync, they asked me that, and which is required in industry as well. So I passed my second technical as well. So the good part was about me was on the same day, because that was a quick hiring. Around 25 candidates were there. And passing the two rounds, for the final tool test, there were 5 and 6 candidate clips. So talking about my tool test, there was one sheet metal part. And I required to make the parametric modeling. So what is basically parametric modeling is there is one sheet metal part in the software, and you need to make the exact same part. And the conditions are, your model shouldn't be having any links related to the parent model. So it should be totally new. If you're deleting your first model, then your model should remain same. That is the basic thing.
Dependency should not be there on the parent. I mean, inherent dependency should not be there.
If you are deleting your parent model, then your model should be staying in the software itself. It shouldn't get hide, or it shouldn't get any of the links must not get broken.
If something happens to the parental model, unfortunately, it should not impact its child product. I can say.
Exactly. So I won't say that I made complete model. Like there were a few surfaces which were left. But my model was parametric, because deleting the parent model, my whatever design I made, it was there. So it's basically they gave me 1 hour. So I completed that part in 1 hour, 5 or 10 minutes. So it was good. And 5 and rest of the, I don't know about the rest, but my other guy also completed that. And he was completed the parametric model, and we were just going out. And so I'll talk about the HR round. So we're just going out after having discussion with like HR. They told me, we'll let you know that things. The other guy left, and the HR just called me back and said, it's an urgent requirement. Can we discuss the offer today? So this span of just one day, I got my job that day. So this was my experience with Seatline. I worked 1 year over there. And totally they sent me Faridabad, Delhi, JBM company, and wherein I designed coaches, electrical coaches, both RHD, right-hand drive and left-hand drive. And then I decided to move my grasp my career in the multinational company. So I joined Force Motors Limited in Pune itself. So I'm working in Force Motors from last 1 year. So I'm about to get promoted as well in few months.
Oh man, super promotion on the way. So one thing, Akshay, did you add a plan that I need to work in Citroen for 1 year and later, based on the experience, I will be shifting to Force? Do you have any pre-planned, or is it on the flow plan? How was it?
No, I would say it was pre-planned, because with the first instance, getting a job in this crucial time is very difficult, as you know, because market is really going down these days. So I got a job, and there was not any such plan that I'll work 1 year or 1.5 year and I'll shift. Looking at the industry and the demand and the requirement, I got the job that time because it was a good opportunity for me. Because as an automotive engineer, one always want to work in multinational company. So Force Motors, I got offer from Force Motors Limited. So it was a good offer, and I just joined Force Motors, and it's going good.
Okay, putting spotlight on its role, Akshay. So the role which you were doing in the C-Train was same, and the role which you are currently doing is same. Is it different or is it same?
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah, like in C-Train is basically a small scale company. So therein you won't have a particular guy working on this like same thing. Like if one person is working in electrical design, so he'll completely work in electrical design or will not touch any other parts. It's like you have to work everywhere. What will be the availability of the resources? You have to like work on that.
Okay.
But like in C-Train engineering, I wasn't working on plastics,
Okay.
vehicle design and electrical design as well. But electrical design was my like that was the thing which I used to spend much more time. The company hired all the work related to electrical design used to done by me. So that was a good thing. I used to research myself and jot down all the important points. Being a mechanical engineer, it was very difficult for me to cope up with the electrical industry, but I did it. And I have to do the same work in force models as well, electrical design. Herein, it's much deeper because I'm totally now electrical design engineer. So I have to design circuit as well.
All right. So here currently you are focusing on the deeper perspective of the domain, I can say like. So that is one thing. So we're done with its hiring procedure. And now we'll focus on its your role and responsibility and expected CTC for a fresher perspective. So any talk on that, Akshay?
Should I begin with the expected CTC for the freshers candidate?
Yeah, we'll start with freshers. Yep.
Okay. So this is a personal experience. I'll say if you're joining in a company, if it's multinational company, then anything 4 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs is good enough because this is a good package for an individual from mechanical background or I can say electrical background wants to join a like automotive industry. Then 4 lakhs, anything between 4 to 5 lakhs is good. And if you are joining in not in like multinational companies, if you're joining 1 tier or 2 tier companies, which are service providers, so therein you can have between 3 to 3.5. So that much amount of salary is, I guess it's good. I know it's good for the one who is joining because he on the first earlier stages, learning is more important rather than.
Agree with that. And speaking reality, actually, so how is your role importance in current market? So how will be your role demand in upcoming market? I can say how it is a career perspective. Yep.
Okay. So looking at the career perspective, earlier I was working in mechanical side. Then I realized that this electrical EVs are booming the market. In India, it is quite slow. It will take time, around 5 to 10 years more. But if you see the European countries or the Gulf countries, they are far ahead in EVs. So everybody wants an electrical engineer in the company. And the best part is if you know the software, like wiring harness electrical routing software of CATIA V5, which I have learned from Skill-Lync, then you can everybody require that person because being an electrical engineer, nobody has taught them a CATIA software in the college itself.
Yep.
Like there is no software of CATIA anywhere.
Okay.
Like throughout the course of electrical course. But being a mechanical engineer, that was an upthrust for me. So learning CATIA was not difficult, but learning the electrical circuit design was difficult. So learning circuit design and having a hands-on experience in CATIA, then you can survive anywhere in EVs. Then everybody will want you because there are very less number of people who have the knowledge of both the things. So looking here from 5 years and 5 years from here, I guess the Indian market will develop and I can survive in that.
So you were like you mentioned the Skill-Lync training procedure and all, right? So how Skill-Lync is different from other courses in the market, actually? Like all the curriculum mentioned in the Skill-Lync is also available on the YouTube and with also other agent course, like right, agent like X, Y, Z and all. So how and what it makes different from other courses, actually? How it is different? How is it unique?
Okay, so talking about my personal experience, by the time in 2021, there were very few like other firms which are providing the knowledge about the electrical wiring harness design. But Skill-Lync, what it does, it basically they understand that if you are a mechanical engineer and you still want to work with EVs or electrical firm, they make sure that the amount of knowledge which is required to just get yourself going in the market, they provide that amount of knowledge, and even they provide you an optimum scaled CATIA V5 software knowledge as well. Because as an individual, what I was 2 years ago prior to joining to Skill-Lync, my CATIA skill was good, but it wasn't that, like, the flow was not correct, due to which I got rejected in multiple companies. So what Skill-Lync does, it basically provides the flow of how your career tree should look, it basically gives you idea, a path, how a design ideology should be there. So whining honey design, I agree with you that there are numerous other forms. But what Skill-Lync does, gives you refined knowledge, each crisp, because it's not only about the designing, it's not only about the software. They give Skill-Lync, what it does, it provides you the explanation of each and every part which you are using in that software, like grommets, and how many types of grommets are there. If you talk about the clips, how many types of clips are there? They'll give you presentation, they'll give you detailed lecture on that. And even if you face issues like you're not getting something and you raise a ticket, in Skill-Lync we have a ticket, you raise a ticket, and within a span of half an hour or 1 hour, your ticket gets resolved. So very good support, and even the technical support is also very nice.
Support matters a lot. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
So we're good at that thing. Uniqueness also you have mentioned, and support ticket thing you also mentioned. Last but not the least, I guess we covered pretty much everything, Akshay. Anything from your end?
No, I'm just talking. I guess I talk too much, but
yeah, totally fine. Yes. So anything you want to suggest to our audience, please feel free to add from your end, Akshay. Yep. Okay. Any suggestion? Let me sorry to interrupt you again. Let me give you a scenario. So I am a fresher and I need to pursue my career in your same domain. So what would you suggest that fresher? So what are the prerequisites? Are you suggest that guy to join, he or she to join in Skill-Lync? What is your suggestion, Akshay? Yeah.
Okay. My suggestion would be, don't go for your soul. Have a single source of knowledge. At first, you don't have a single source of knowledge. Don't get too much of resources. Like you're learning the same thing on one side, learning the same thing on the other side. You'll get puzzled, and on the interview, you'll get stuck between the two sources. So have one source of knowledge. Have a detailed knowledge about what you are learning. If you're learning fuses, small topic, it's a small topic, but have a detailed knowledge about that. And if you are the Skill-Lync candidate, if you are learning plastics, and have that much amount of knowledge which Skill-Lync is sharing with you. That is maximum. It's more than enough, because nobody is asking you above that. So there are plenty of other sources on internet. You will type about plastic. There are numerous documents. Have a succinct documents. Whatever you have learning in Skill-Lync, that is required. That is sufficient for passing one interview. And don't go for if you'll I won't join any forms, but I'm not getting that 7 package, 8 package, 9 package. Okay, it's a bit difficult, because looking at the market side, it's difficult. You won't get it. But once you will have experience of 1.5 years, 2 years, then people will come to you. So that's it.
So thanks for mentioning your inputs, Akshay. So I guess from my end, I covered pretty much everything. And yeah, guys, I will be sharing Skill-Lync link in the description. If you're interested to pursue your career in his same domain, please feel free to go through that link. Link I'll be giving in the description. And I'll be sharing Akshay's LinkedIn profile in the description. If you have any queries, you can just ping him. Definitely he's going to help you. He's a nice guy. Definitely going to help you. And Akshay, thanks once again, man, for joining us and sharing your experience with the audience and giving suggestions to the audience. Appreciate a lot, Akshay. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. And yeah, guys, this is our today's talk. If you're not a subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon and subscribe. We also have a Telegram community group. Link is given in the description. And actually, thanks once again for joining us today. And yeah, guys, see you in the next video. Take care.